Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Devotions with me. Today's June the 26th, and it's a pretty nice day today. It's still kind of hot. It's, I think, about 90 degrees. Right now it says it's 91. It's a little humid, you know. I've already been out for the day and came back home. I'm not going nowhere else. It's way too hot. And it acted like it was trying to storm on us while we were out earlier. So, you know. I hope everybody stays safe, though. Stay dry if you have an umbrella. But here we go. June 26th. When you think you're righteous, you expect others to be righteous as well. So you become demanding, judgmental, and constantly disappointed. So much of our disappointment in relationships is not because we have an unrealistic view of others, but because we have a distorted view of ourselves. When we are harsh, impatient, critical, irritated, judgmental, curt, and unkind with others, we are revealing more about what we think of ourselves than about them. Confused? Let me explain. Late on a Thursday night, you go into your teenager's room to ask him something. You can barely open the door because of the debris that is in the way. There are dirty clothes, spoiled food items, and pieces of tech gear in a tangled pile from yesteryear. You can't believe it. You have had enough, so you explode. I never thought one of my children would turn out to be such a slob. Don't you have an ounce of self-respect? I should take every piece of your junk and lock it away and leave you in an empty room until you put on your big boy pants and grow up. Why, in my day, I never would have thought of treating my stuff this way. Now unpack this statement with me. As you're going off, your teenager isn't saying to himself, "My, this is helpful. This is a truly wise person who is saying very helpful things to me. I am so thankful that this person is my parent." No, that's not what the teenager is thinking. Because in that moment, you're not part of what God would do in the heart of and life of that kid. You're in the way of it. And why are you in the way? Well, the final part of the statement, "in my day," gives it away. It is your self-righteousness that permits you to be angry and unkind to your child. You're not greeting his laziness with gracious parental wisdom because you think you're essentially different from him. You're saying, if you were as righteous as me, you wouldn't live like this. When you assign yourself to righteousness that you don't have, you expect the people around you to be as righteous as you think you are. And you greet them with judgment when they aren't. Like the Pharisees, you tie burdens on others that you are not able to bear yourself. See Matthew chapter 23, verses 1 through 12 about that. You deal with others with grace when you walk around with the humble realization of how deep your need for grace was and continues to be. When you enter that teenager's room with the recognition that you are more like him than unlike him, there is a compassion in the way you handle his wrongs. When you admit that there are a few struggles in others that don't exist in some way in your life as well, you caress them with God's grace rather than hammering them with the law. The appropriateness of my responses to others is directly related to the accuracy of my view of myself, and for that there is grace too. For further study and encouragement, go to Matthew 23. So we're actually not going to read the entire chapter of Matthew. The entire chapter of Matthew 23. I don't really know how many verses that has in it, but it's saying the chapter Matthew 23. But then right here it says Matthew chapter 23 verses 1 through 12. So we'll see about what we'll read. So we're just going to read Matthew chapter 23 verses 1 through 12. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, "The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat." This is all about Jesus', he characterizes the Pharisees. "All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their I don't know how to say that word. And enlarge the borders of their garments. And love the uppermost rooms at fetuses and the chefs or at fetuses, oh my goodness, at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father, which is in heaven. Neither be called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he shall humble himself shall be exalted. Sorry guys, like I said, the Bible is a tongue twister. Okay, it is a tongue twister, depending on which version you have. I have the King James Version. I always use the King James Version. This was my papa's Bible, so I've just been using it recently. But they do have different translations that are a lot easier to understand. So, yeah. But thank you guys so much for being with me today. I love you guys so very much. Jesus loves you guys so very much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.